We're live. I don't know how good the streams come in, but we'll see what happens. How's everyone doing, man? Hope you're all doing good. See if anyone pops into the chat here now real quick. Just hanging out, getting some relaxation here now. Got the, man, Behringer's got the Summer of Synths all lined up. They got the Neptune. They got the JT16. They got the VC3, VCS3 or VC3S. I don't know, one or the other. And then they got the PPG Wave. And then they got the Poly 6 or the Poly 8 clone. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the Poly 6, which is like a mono poly style thing, but a polyphonic one, which was huge, chord clone. Man, so I don't know. Behringer's going to be coming with some real big things. Hopefully the summer, but with Behringer, you never really know. Maybe it'll be summer, maybe it won't. We'll have to see. VCS3, that's what it is, David. What's up, brother? Yeah, man, just chilling here now, relaxing a little bit. That's the Behringer synth I'm the most excited for. The VCS3. Because it's just so unique looking. And I know it's pretty much impossible to get your hands on. And super expensive. So, and it's just really unique and it looks pretty. And you know we're a sucker for the pretty synths, so. What's going on, Richie? It's always an emergency broadcast, man, from parts unknown. Rumors going around that Uli Behringer paid for this trip for me, but I don't think that's true. I don't think you should believe all that stuff. Yeah, how's it going, Rich? You get a bigger keyboard stand yet or what? I heard you're in the market. Echo Craft got some keyboard stands if you need to pick one up. Yeah, we're just relaxing here now. I need to take a couple days away from work and get away and just recharge. Come back in hot on Thursday night with the Rich, you asked for it, man. Everybody's been asking for it. They're like, Samurai, when are you going to do a one-on-one with SynthPunk, aka Mr. Filter Sweep? And the thing is we've been trying to do it for a while, trying to hook it up, and it just came to fruition. He accepted the invitation for Thursday night. I don't know exactly the time. Once I get back in town, I'll post up what time so the reminder will come up or whatever. But yeah, that's gonna be fun, man, because I feel like old Mr. Filter Sweep hasn't got the due he's deserved. He's a very entertaining guy. He's got a great personality, and I think it's, if people get to know the real Mr. Filter Sweep, let's call him, because that's his new rebrand. If people get to know the real Mr. Filter Sweep, it'll be fun. It's so true, man. I feel like, you know, when you just get these snippets of stuff sometimes, and, you know, it's like anybody or anything. It's almost like also like yeah, his new channel is Mr. Filter Sweep. If you didn't know that already, Richie, but you obviously do. No, on my channel. I asked him if he wanted to do it on his channel, and he said he'd rather do it on mine. So that's cool. But a lot of people looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be interesting, man. We're going to go head-to-head on Moog versus Behringer, on more synths versus less synths. It's going to kind of be like an introduction to Mr. Filter Sweep's rebrand, SynthPunk, and also a head-to-head because we disagree on a lot of stuff in an amicable way. So that's cool. And it's interesting, you know, to have having a discussion where, you know, you can disagree and it's fun. And you know, I've told Mr. Filter Sweep, SynthPunk a few times now, man, go ahead and roast me all you want on your channel, because I understand what he's doing, and I think a lot of people don't understand what he's doing. They take it the wrong way. Yeah, healthy discourse. So it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. There's a few lizards rolling around here now. It's pretty cool. We dig that. We're just getting freshened up here now, and we're probably going to head out on the move. Went to the beach yesterday and got a little bit of a burn, but 3 a.m.? No, dude. Maybe your time. No, I'd say I'll probably try to do it. I get back on Wednesday, and I'll try to gear it up for Thursday night at a decent time. Maybe 7 p.m. I'll try. Yeah, probably 7. 7 seems like a good time to do it. Lets everyone have a bit of dinner. Get in, lets all the British boys over there still get to watch the stream before they go to bed. So that's how it works, you know. And a couple people will catch it in the morning. Poland will have to watch it in the morning, I think. Their time difference is too big, but yeah, I'm just wondering, do you guys actually think that Behringer is going to release 3 or 4 or 5 synthesizers this summer? What's up, Jumpstar? You didn't miss much, man. We just started. Yeah, it's pretty sweet here, man. It's very relaxing. It's this kind of little spot in the middle of town. It's pretty cool. It's very, very cool. They got a pool over here, and it's just pretty relaxing. I'm trying to relax. But yeah, I'm wondering now if Behringer is going to be doing the Summer of Synths. Are they going to come and release, because you know they got the Linn drum geared up. They got the, I can't remember what they call it, but the CR78, is that what they're calling it? The CR78 drum machine, the one they used in the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. The Proton is super exciting. What's up, Frank? Yeah, the Proton's super exciting. That's one I'm looking forward to a lot. You guys just let me know if this stream is clear. Is it choppy? Is the sound coming in okay? Just give me a thumbs up or something if everything's all good. But yeah, so I'm excited for the Proton. I'm excited for the VC3S or S3 or whatever. I can't even remember what it's called anymore. This year, I think this year could be. I was talking to someone in the chat the other day, and they were saying, "Oh, Behringer, all they do is, yeah, the Creative Rhythm. That's the one, yeah." All right, cool. Hopefully the audio, it's just the stream. The internet's weird here. I don't know, but I'm saying Behringer doesn't release any synthesizers. All they do is tease synthesizers, blah 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 blah, and I'm like, dude. They released 8, I think it was 8 or 9, it might even been 10 synthesizers last year. So just think about that. Like, Behringer gets held to a different standard because they keep the Behringer boys and the crowd interested. They keep everybody pumped up and fired up. And guess what? They can say they're going to release a synthesizer, but they have so many in the works, they just know how to keep it going, and keep everyone pumped up. The thing is they released 8 synthesizers last year. And some companies haven't released one in a couple years. So when this cat was like, Behringer never releases anything, the RD78, that's right. I'm like, you guys are crazy. You're just not following along, you know? Pulled the let's release a photo of some empty, nah, they didn't. Richie, let me tell you something right now. Those synthesizers are, I wouldn't doubt if they're just going to, like, as soon as they can hammer them out, they're going to hammer them out. Because if they can get some out there into people's hands at different speeds, like the UBXAs are all coming, but I have to admit, as a Behringer boy, I'm still a bit unimpressed at how slow the UBXAs are getting into people's hands. I haven't seen a ton of demos. I know a lot of European boys got them, but not a lot of Americans. Empty boxes? No way. But you never know, man. They might be empty boxes. Who knows what they are? But I don't care about the boxes. That's not even what I was looking at. The 2600, from everybody I know that has one of those things, they say it's absolutely insane. And some people even go as far as to say it's not exactly like the original, but the sound is just as good as the original. And I think this is a lot of thing with the Behringer synthesizers. Don't get me started on the RD78, David. Yeah. The 2600, so Dave, let me know, the 2600, a lot of people say it's not the same, but it's just as good of a sound in its own way. And that's a lot of thing with the Behringer synthesizers. They're just as good. Yeah. They're just as good in their own way. And that's why I've kind of been trying to get the message over to Uli Behringer, you know. I've been trying to get it. I got some carrier pigeons sending them messages. I got some samurais inside Behringer who are trying to get the message to Uli. Uli, it's almost time, my brother, to pivot and just start. Like when you come out with the Neptune, don't even attach it to the Juno. Don't even bring up the Juno. And if you want to make the colors look the same, make them look the same. But the Neptune is a cool synthesizer in its own right. And just like the DeepMind is a cool synthesizer in its own right. The 2600 doesn't look like the 2600, so why couldn't the 2600, the BARP, be its own synthesizer? I think it's time to make some pivots, and yeah, I'm in Toronto. I'm in Toronto right now. This is Toronto, yeah. This is what Toronto looks like. Everybody who thought Canada was just a winter wonderland, I think you've messed it up. This is actually, this is Toronto. But yeah, back to the point. Behringer gets a bad rap for two reasons. One reason is everybody thinks that they never release synthesizers, which is baloney. Let's just go off the top of my head what they put out last year. In 2023, the Behringer Solina string synthesizer, the Cobol, the Behringer Edge, the UBXA, the Toro. What else did they do? That's like four right there. The minis, they did the VS, the Pro VS Mini. They did the JT 4000 Mini. They did, I mean, throw in the chat. You know what ones they did. Throw in the comments. I think I just did 6 right there off the top of my head. And some more will come floating back in now in a second the more I think about it. But yeah, so anybody who says Behringer isn't releasing any synthesizers, you guys are crazy, man. You lost your mind. They're releasing more synthesizers than anybody in the synthesizer game. So I'm hoping this summer, I'd like to see, and I don't know if it's possible, the PPG Wave, because I like the idea of the digital oscillator analog filter. Now, I made a mistake in my last video and said they were going to do analog oscillators with digital filters and just throw the whole world for a tizzy, but the PPG Wave is the digital oscillators with the analog filters. So, I mean, and don't forget this, Behringer releases synthesizers that are at such a crazy price that, look at the Model 15 they just released based on the old circuitry from the old Moog Model 15 or Model 10 or 15 or something, but it looks exactly like the grandmother, you know? That's what's crazy. And someone in the comments the other day was like,
how dare they copy the grandmother synthesizer? It's still on the market. How dare Behringer? How dare Behringer?
And I'm like, dude, it looks nothing like the grandmother. It's got a couple pastel colors. It's a module. It doesn't look anything like the grandmother, you know? I personally think they should have called it the grandfather. That would have been hilarious, you know? And put a little old man mustache up in the top left corner, like a Mr. Magoo mustache. That would have been hilarious. Or a Hulk Hogan handlebar mustache in the top left of the synth and called it the grandfather, the Behringer grandfather. And then under that say, the name it always should have been. Yeah, get a 2600, dude, for $499 to get this duophonic too, and stereo. So to get for 20, I think it's stereo, for 20 and digital reverb or spring reverb. Behringer's digital reverb's just as good as their spring reverb. Based on modular, like the GM is based on the modular. Yeah, exactly, sorry. So yeah, it's based on the modular unit, the big old Moog modular unit. Hey, what's up, Harmonic Sonics? Yeah, man, we're just doing a little stream here. We're talking about Behringer. We're talking about the summer of synths. We're talking about SynthPunk versus Samurai Thursday night. And just to talk about that for another second, I feel like we just said, I feel like after Thursday night, there'll be a different vision of who Mr. Filter Sweep, aka SynthPunk, is. He's a great guy. He does an old school style roasting sort of comedy, but for some reason I just don't think that people understood what he was doing, and some people were too sensitive and couldn't take a joke. Like, to be honest with you, I want, and I enjoy kind of when SynthPunk roasts me a little bit. I think it's funny and hilarious. And a lot of the people on the, what's that there? A lot of people on the on YouTube, the Synthfluencers, you guys are public figures, so you just got to accept the fact that some people are going to make fun of it or don't pay attention or whatever. But the weird part is it's more people who are just keyboard warriors who pay attention. And anyway, I'm hoping it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a laugh. We disagree on a lot of stuff in a very fun way, so it's going to be a fun mano a mano, one-on-one SynthPunk versus Samurai. I'm hoping for the Behringer Poly Cobol. Yeah, he's got a channel now called Mr. Filter Sweep. Go check it out. Yeah, he's old school. That's it. He's just old school, having fun. He's not on YouTube to make money. He's not trying to be a gear junkie where he's trying to like get as much gear from companies as he can and do demo stuff. He knows a ton about synthesizers. He's owned like, I think at one point he had 50 synthesizers in his studio, which is so crazy. So he knows a lot about it all. He's a great musician. He's an awesome guitarist. He's a good songwriter. No one knows this stuff about him. Oh, we are, man. Yeah, dude. I talk to SynthPunk all the time. I always send him, he send me synth news. I'll send him synth news. He's got a bunch of people that he knows inside some of the synthesizer companies, so they give him like leaks every blue moon. He shoots them my way too. I shoot my leaks his way. Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool. So that's cool. So, but anyways, he got a bad rap and he rubs people the wrong way sometimes. But I think it's all, I guess it's perception. So if it rubs you the wrong way, then it did. And if you find it funny, then you find it funny. It's kind of like when you go see a comedian, it's not like put it this way. If I go watch a comedian and you go watch a comedian, we're not going to both think he's funny, and you might leave the comedy show being like, man, that was absolutely horrible. And I might leave the show being like, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And that's why there's millions of comedians, and that's why there's millions of comedians in different, that got different genres, different styles. Some are roasters, some just like going after the crowd, doing crowd work with hecklers. Some like doing some high-level thinking, George Carlin style, observational comedy. You know, some do slapstick comedy. Yeah, dude, he did the bark. The bark to me, the bark was one of the funniest things ever when he did the Terra Soma, the bark. I thought that was so funny. But so this is kind of what I always wanted for SynthPunk to do is I wanted him to pivot away from going after synth influencers, and I wanted him to go after synth manufacturers because it's more like, you know, I don't know, but going after the synth influencers, it seems like a lot of them on YouTube are very sensitive, but more than that, some of them have fans that are just super sensitive, right? Because it's like, you get people who start following a certain figure, and like, you know what it's like, man. Have you ever encountered any of the news about Taylor Swift fans, the Swifties they call them? Man, if you go after Taylor Swift, these people will go after you like it's like their mission is to no sound. Check one, check two. Same, no sound. Yeah, someone was just calling, so I think it shut down the sound. Check one, check two. Let me know. We good? We good? All right. Thanks for sticking with me during that little bit of technical difficulty. As you can see, we're in parts are unknown and the internet is shoddy, so we're doing the best we can. All right, cool, Richie. Yeah, so what I was saying is, there's different styles for everybody, and some people get fans that are absolutely out of control, supportive of whoever they like to watch or listen to. And that's just what you got to deal with. I try to tell them sometimes, man, just let the haters hate and watch the synths pile up, like 50 Cent said, you know? And I think he should switch his style up. This is my opinion, and we'll talk about this on Thursday. I think he should switch his style up, man. Stop caring what anybody thinks. Stop reading troll messages. Just ignore it all because it doesn't exist if you don't read it. And just keep going with what you got going on, man. And I think lay a little off the razz of the influencers. Yeah, yeah. Garen, I knew you were a Swiftie, Garen. I knew it. Yeah, adjust course. That's what I think, Frank. I think I think he could have a wonderful channel because he's brilliant in his own way, and he's funny, he's quick, he's witty, but the man's a hopeless romantic, you know. He's a hopeless romantic, so he takes a lot of things to heart sometimes when people, you know, and the trolls, they can be vicious, but like I said, ignore them, just ignore them. That's what I think. So, did you guys hear about the Moog Muse is in production as we speak? They got it on the production line. Rumors are August release. Yeah, his morning Joe. I write him. Listen, I write him almost every morning and say, "You doing a morning Joe today?" Yeah, I like the drama, but I prefer the drama to be focused on the companies rather than synthfluencers. That's my personal opinion, you know. And yeah, morning Joe. We'll see. I think the Moog Muse is going to sound like two matriarchs in one is what it's going to sound like. It's just going to sound like a real powerful matriarch. You know, double the power, double the fun, huge. You know, classic Moog ladder filter sound. Um, I just wish they would do this. This is what I wish, and I don't even know if this is possible. I don't know. It's not possible. I want to see Moog do a hybrid synthesizer. I think they could do something really awesome with a hybrid synthesizer, put it out cheaper, something like a la Mini Freak style, you know? Exactly. How do you like them apples? A la Mini Freak style. Um, I think Moog should do that. And someone had a someone had a wicked idea for Moog, and I think this is genius. Like, imagine if they just went back, because Behringer's cloning all their old stuff too. So imagine if they went back and said, you know what, we're going to release our own modules now of all our classic gear. Imagine if they, okay, so Behringer can do a Pro 800 module, right, for $399, 8 voice with polyphonic aftertouch built in, or aftertouch, one or the other. Why couldn't Moog do a Moog Voyager module, you know? Why don't they put out a Model D module? Why don't they put out a Sub 37 module? You know, I think that would be absolutely brilliant. And then you could stack all those modules with their already going sound studio. Did you guys see Woody's Piano Shack? Woody's Piano Shack. Go back and watch his Astro Lab video from about a month ago. Yeah, re-released the module, I mean. Of course it's out, but I think they discontinued the Voyager, right? Groove, yeah. Go watch Woody's Piano Shack video on the Astro Lab. He went after Arturia basically and was like, whatever, the Astro Lab's trash, doesn't sound good, blah, blah, blah. But basically what he was saying was, why didn't they send me one? And since you didn't send me one, I'm gonna go after it until you send me one that I can prove myself wrong. And wouldn't you believe it? Arturia sent him an Astro Lab. So we're gonna get to see Woody's Piano Shack. Me and Echo Craft coined the term synth espionage. That's what's going on here, a little synth extortion. It seems that if you go after a synth company and you got a big enough following, they'll send you a synthesizer hoping that it will either change your mind by you actually liking it, or change your mind by you actually getting your bread buttered a little bit in order to, you know, recalibrate your opinion on said synthesizer. So I'm excited that, you know what would be epic? What would be epic? Synthspiracies, yeah. What would be epic is if Woody's Piano Shack kept the same energy he had about the Astro Lab and did his demo and just did that. But I have a feeling, let's do it here. Let's see, we'll go back and timestamp it. We'll go, I'm saying that Woody's Piano Shack will love the Astro Lab. He'll love the Astro Lab so much that he might even apologize for not loving it before he played it. That's what I think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna love it so much. You wanna know why? Because he wants a piece of that Polybrute 12. He wants a piece of that creamy, creamy, super dreamy Polybrute 12. So I think he did a little bit of synth extortion towards Arturia. They sent him the Astro Lab now, and he gave him the vinegar first, which is a risky move. Usually you want to give some honey before the vinegar. And this time, yeah, this time I think he's going to give a little bit of honey and hope that creamy, creamy, super dreamy Polybrute 12 comes his way. That's what I'm guessing. We'll see. That's my prediction. We'll see what happens. I actually like the Astrolab concept. I love the Astrolab concept. Yeah, he's going for the Polybrute for sure. I love the Astrolab, and I loved it the minute they released it. I loved it throughout all the demos, and I still love it right now. And I'm hoping more than that, they release the Astro Pig, and I think that would be the best name for a synthesizer ever. Put a little pig up in the corner, and what's up, Jumping Man? Put a little pig up in the corner, and they'll do the Astro Pig, which is Arturia Pigments, in a similar casing as the Astrolab, but way more knobs, so you can do more hands-on sound design on the spot. I think that would be genius. The Astro Pig. Come on, man. Isn't that the most epic name for a synthesizer ever? Yeah, Astro Pig. And if they really want to go crazy, just add some pink in there somewhere. Some neon pink stripes with a flying pig coming out the back end of it or something. Space pigs, yeah. The Arturia Space Pig is what they should call it. Yeah, Arturia Space Pig. Or, I don't like it because it's too short, yeah. Pigs in space. What do you think? Astro Pig, pigs in space, or space pigs? I think it'd be genius. I think it would be a viral hit if they came out with the Astro Pig. Because imagine the videos they can do for Astro Pig. Yeah, the micro pig. They can do the mega pig. But you want to do an alliteration. So what's a P word? The powerful pig, you know? The powerful pig of Pigmentville. Something like that. Pig Freak. There it is. Yeah, Pig Freak. I'm into it. Yeah, man. It's exciting. I'm loving it, man. Listen, if you guys got any suggestions for shows or stuff, or anybody you want to try and get on, I want to try to get some more people on the show, man. I want me and Echo. I love the Synth Fighter. I want to maybe see if we can get Synth Fighter and then get some guests on every once in a while. Noir et la Blanc is awesome. I got a feeling he might come on. And Autumn Guard, maybe we'll do a 4 if we can get Echo, Noir et Blanc, and Autumn Guard to do a little 4 stream. We'll see what happens though. They're on the West Coast. They're part of the West Coast Renegades, right? So we're the East Coast Renegades. We got me, Echo, we got SynthPunk, we got Kobasa, we got Jumpstar, we got Jumping Man, we got Garen, we got Synth Seeker, we've got the Machines One, we've got Harmonic Sonics, we've got Joe Jacks, we got Doggy DJ Dad, we got Space Capsule. You're on the West Coast, but listen, you know how sometimes you have 2 biker gangs? Maybe the Outlaws and the Hells Angels? Space Capsule, he gets to float between 2. You can float between the West Coast and East Coast. We got the Polish Prince, Rich Kielbasa, you know? We got David Poole, baby. You know? I think the Synth Renegades are a force to be reckoned with, you know? East Coast, baby. Who do we got? We got Al, yeah. QWL, East Coast Renegades, man. Because we got a big mountain to climb if we're gonna compete with the Synth Mafia, man. We gotta strengthen numbers, you know. I think when we can bring all the worlds together, when we can bring the Echoes and the Samurais and the Punks and the Capsules and the Machines and the Pools and the Kielbasas and the Harmonics and the Uncle Jerry's, and we can bring everybody together, the QWLs, strengthen numbers, man. The Samurai Nation is growing, man. Spine through the keephole. Yeah, the Brits, man. We got some Brits, man. Do you guys know that the second largest demographic of samurais are Brits? So it goes Americans, Brits, Germans. That's the three big demographics of Samurai Nation. Oh, you into AZ? Synth Yakuza. That's right. A lot of synthers in the UK, yeah. A lot of synthers in the UK. The UK samurais they're going strong too. Big time. So it's exciting, man. I'm excited for the summer. Count me in. Warsaw, Poland, baby. Representing. Got to get those MMA tees. Yeah, I'm going to get some tees. So the site I got on now got, you know, when you get this website and they only let you do the center of the shirt, like this Samurai one, they only let you do the center. If I want to do affliction, I've got to get what it's called. Starts with an S. It's called some type of screen printing. Superlative screen printing or something. It's some type of screen print where I can get the big angel wings, affliction style, more like a biker t-shirt. That's what I'm going to try to do. So I might have to venture out and do a special order from my friend who owns a screen printing shop. The t-shirts will probably cost me like 30 bucks just to print, so I'll sell them for 35. Oh yeah, I'll get a leather jacket. Dude, how about a leather jacket with a big biker patch on the back? Do you guys like the skull for the Synth Renegade, or should we do something different? Synth Renegades, man. I know the Synth Mafia. See, the problem with the Synth Mafia is they're together, but they're kind of disjointed. We got the unity over here with the Renegades, you know? And guess what? The Renegades can work with the Synth Mafia, but we got our own crew. Yeah, we got our own. Oh yeah, Mohawk. Skull with a Mohawk, angel wings. How about this? Go check out Bret the Hitman Hart and the Hart Foundation logo from WWE. That's the kind of thing I'm looking for. The black leather jacket with the pink, the big Hart Foundation wings. The designs need more synth content. Yeah. So listen, if you got any t-shirt designs, throw them, or ideas, throw them to me in an email. I can whip up a t-shirt in 10 minutes. When I get back, I might do up like, I might do a whole re-pull of the site, pull down all the t-shirts that I didn't do, because I just wanted to get a bunch up right away. So I took like a week and designed like, I think I designed 40 t-shirts or something, or 30 t-shirts. And I know what ones have been selling now and stuff, so maybe I'll just like pull some down because they're limited editions, or just do like, I'm only selling 5 of these, 4 of these. I don't even care if I sell any. I just put it up there for something to do. Because do you want to know why I made the t-shirt site? As well, I made the t-shirt site. Hold on now. I made the t-shirt site so I could not have to go to clothing stores anymore. And if I want a t-shirt or a hoodie or a pair of pants or a coffee cup, I just can just design it and just buy it myself for the, you know, the price of it. So I was like, oh, I want some coffee cups. I'll just make my own coffee cups. I want a t-shirt. I'll just make my own t-shirt. Because why am I going to go out and buy a Nike t-shirt when I can go buy a t-shirt whatever I want on it? You know, I can put whatever design I want on it. And with the stuff with Canva now and this Fourth Wall company that I'm dealing with, I can design what I want super quick, super fast, no problem. Super easy. Make a drum piano shirt like Think Geek used to have. Where do you get those? Just Fourth Wall, man. I set up a Fourth Wall website. Playable clothing, Fourth Wall. Yeah, Fourth Wall. It's called Fourth Wall. They actually, the weird thing was is, I think when I hit 500 subscribers, they sent me an email and they got integrated with YouTube, and they said, if you got 500 subscribers, we'll integrate you with the site, and then they just give you a link, and then you just make the t-shirts on there. Super easy. Check it out, Fourth Wall. I don't even think you need 500. I think that's how they targeted people with that. Or maybe they saw my email and they just were blowing a horn and tried to get me to get on it. So they said, well, yeah, it's Fourth Wall. It's cool, super, it's easy peasy. They do everything. It's easy, 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 man. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. And I want to get some hats made, but they're embroidery and they're harder to design. I'm not so good at that yet. Maybe I'll take one of those Coursera graphic design courses and figure out how to do it. I got to make a Synth Kumite shirt as well. I already got the idea for that. It's going to be like Van Damme doing the splits, Synth Kumite, splits on top of a piano. So it's going to be Van Damme doing the splits on a piano with Synth Kumite 2024. And I might put something on the sleeves or the back. I haven't decided yet because that makes the shirt more expensive. And I want to keep it as cheap as possible so that if anybody in the Synth Kumite wants to pick one up, they can pick it up. They're super high quality shirts, man. I've washed it 20 times. Hasn't stretched, kept the same. They're really good quality shirts. So hold on a second there now. was the name of that printing process you said for the affliction style stuff? It's called super supposition print, or sublimation is what it's called. Sublimation printing. That's when they can actually like print a whole, like almost like they could print like a sky on your shirt. You've seen those shirts. Sublimation printing. They print the whole thing on the whole shirt. So I don't know how they do it. I think they print it first and sew it together after, or sublimation. Sublimation printing is what it's called. Yeah. So then you can do the wings. You could do anything. You could do like a whole synthwave shirt where the sun, and you have a like a DeLorean car with like stuff. So I got to figure that out. It's more expensive, but it's definitely definitely can make cooler shirts, because I love the tap out and the affliction style MMA shirts. I'm a huge MMA fan, you know. Maybe I could get a bomber jacket or one of those cool jackets too. Yeah, sublimation. So Jumpstar, if you type in, all you gotta do is type in affliction sublimation knockoffs or something like that. Go to Temu or one of those websites. They probably got them all on there, right? Definitely that style for sure. Yeah, so I want to see a super booth in America style thing. Anime, Bleach. I got to open this one, but I got no bottle opener. I got to open it on something here. Just hold on a second. You can still hear me. I'm just walking around. I got to go over here on the thing and pop it off on the. I got it popped off here. Hold on a second. Gotta do like a. I just could pop it off, get a rock. There we go. Get that in a sec. Yeah, there's several local synths. Let me move this back a bit here so yeah. So I don't know what we're gonna do today. Go grab a bit of dinner, some seafood or something. Something like that, we'll see. It's freaking hot here, I know that. Yeah, Nam. I know Nam, but oh yeah, so what we're saying about Super Booth. I want more of a festively thing like Super Booth. Nam is more, it's got that corporate feel, you know, like a corporate trade show, convention-y vibe. I know they're doing the Buchla and Friends thing now after Nam, but I'd like to, well, this is what I'd like, man. I'd like a more, yeah, look for Bluetooth enabled MIDI control. Yeah, I'm looking for more of a festival with like food trucks, craft beer set up everywhere. You can go in, play all the instruments. There's some cool little musical shows going on. I'd like to see a bunch of, this is why I think it'd be cool if Behringer did it, because Behringer got so many synths. They could actually set up a whole area of this event where they have all the synthesizers set up, and say there was 4 or 5 of us there, we could all just go up and have a jam together, you know, like a live jam, and in front of whoever was hanging about, you know, and I think that'd be cool. And maybe you would go up and you book a time, right? So they got the Behringer, all the Behringer synths set up, and you go over to the iPad and you're like, all right, me, Jimbo, Joey, and Donnie, we're gonna go up and play the Behringer and just do a jam for an hour, right? We'll book an hour, and then it actually comes out through these big speakers, and it's cool. I'd like to see something like that, more of like a interactive dye sub printers. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Synth shows in every major city in the U.S. Yeah, but what? I never see any good ones though, man. Like, look what happened with the New England Synth Festival. No content from that. No one no one put out any content for the New England Synth Festival. Now, was that because it was too small? Or was that because, what's up, Machines One, baby? Or was that because it was, now listen, there's a rumor going around that Uli Behringer paid for this trip, and I wanna knock down that rumor right away. Uli Behringer did not 100% pay for this trip, okay? Those rumors are false. Uli Behringer did not totally pay for this trip, okay? I don't know why yeah, I went and typed in New England Synth Fest, and there was a couple things, but I think maybe the venue was too small or something, you know? New England, that's what I said, New England Synth Fest. But Echo told me they do 4 a year, so that's very cool. Yeah, there's a huge rumor going around. My phone was blowing up this morning. They were like, is Uli Behringer there with you? Someone told us they saw you guys at brunch, and he had a booklet out, and he was showing you the designs for the Bro 4. And I was like, well, I did hear a rumor that the Pro 3 is being cloned by Uli, and it's going to be called the Bro 4, and it's going to be a 4-voice Pro 3, the sequential clone. I did hear that, and I can neither confirm or deny that me and Uli had brunch together. You know, we may have had breakfast, we may have had lunch, but we did not have brunch. And I hung up real quick. I know, dude. I told Uli, get at the camera, dude. Are you crazy? You know what, a samurai can't be shown next to you. Just kidding. I've been trying to get a Uli Behringer interview forever. I've been telling Patch Dog, I'm like, Patch Dog, will you get a hold of Uli and tell him to give Synth Samurai the exclusive? And I think he's just waiting to see, if I buy the UBXA, but I don't think I'm gonna buy it. I think it's amazing, but I'm not buying it. Oh, dude, I gotta take these off then. Uli, get out of the way, get out of the way. You know? Ooh, Montreal Synth and Pedal Expo, that'd be exciting. Yeah, Uli, go get a towel. Jeez, these Germans, man. I don't know. Over in Europe, they got all those bathhouses, right? They're too used to like that kind of thing, but yeah. So anyways, if you hear that rumor, untrue. But the rumor about the Bro 4, the 4-voice, what do you think, Richie? No, audio happened. Audio, are we back? 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 Yeah, Uli cut the mic. Uli cut the mic. Yeah, see, I told you. Uli's part of the Synth Illuminati. He's not Synth Mafia, he's Synth Illuminati. And I think he cut the mic. Because I'm talking about the Bro 4. I'm not supposed to talk about it. Yeah, I'm not supposed to talk about the Bro 4. So Uli cut the mic. Uli and, you know those robots that Elon Musk is making? Those android robots? Actually, Uli invented those, and Uli's got an army of them working in an underground factory in Switzerland. Pro 3 clone, that's a rumor. It's gonna be called the Bro 4. Oh, so I wrote Sima Forma Alt. I set my alarm. I missed the friggin' Kickstarter because I set my alarm for PM instead of AM. I wrote Sima Forma. I said, hey, listen, I missed the first entry and the second entry. I was like, any chance you could let me get in on the first entry? because I got a modest budget and I can't pay another 200 bucks for this thing. And they said, no, we can't, because they get it all set up. They can't do it. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was disappointed at first, but now I'm like, well, I saved 800 bucks. And if this is a success, I'll pick one up somehow. But yeah, the Cyma form, I missed it. I set my friggin' alarm too late. Yeah, maybe I'll buy a t-shirt. I thought it was kind of crappy actually when I wrote them, was like, hey, I missed the first 2 Kickstarters. Can I get in on the price for the first one? I was like, God, I should have just bought the other one. It was 200 bucks more, but I just can't, because it's, I don't know, whatever, just can't. But I still love it. Still my favorite synthesizer of this year so far. My favorite synthesizer, Super Booth. So someone wrote me today and they were like, hey dude, I think you screwed up on the Labyrinth. It's not a Mother 32, a DFAM, and a subharmonicon in one. It's a West Coast style synthesizer. And I said, hold up. I bet you that this one can produce all the sounds of the Mother 32, the DFAM, and the subharmonicon. You watch. You watch. But I don't know, I feel like they released the Labyrinth thing to take all the heat off the Moog Muse. That was like a look over here while we're doing this over here. While they were like totally blowing it at Super Booth, they threw the Moog Labyrinth leak out to a synth company and they leaked it, and then that created a little stir and took all the attention off the Moog Muse, a little bit of it. I didn't even bother covering the Moog Labyrinth because, I don't know, I might just not cover anything Moog anymore. Maybe I'll pull a Woody's Piano Shack and say, I'm not going to talk about Moog ever again. Because the crazy thing about it is, I've talked the most of any synth channel about the Moog Muse, aka Moog Mirror, Moog Labyrinth. I've talked more about that than anybody. You know? And it's getting annoying. But I will, I'll keep talking about it, because I love talking about synthesizers. So anyways, I think I'm going to dart here now, because I got to get going with the missus, jump in the pool for a little bit, and then take off. But I hope you guys have a great day. Maybe I'll pop back later on. I got one more day here tomorrow, so maybe we'll do another stream from somewhere else. I'm going to try and go kayaking in one of those see-through kayaks, check out some manatees. That's another thing I thought today. The Dreadbox Mermux, they should have called that the Dark Manatee. That would have been way cooler. Uli. Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Uli. Of course. Yes. I won't talk about the Bro 4 anymore. The Pro 3 clone. All right, Uli, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. All right, I got to go. Me and Uli are going out for dinner. Talk to you guys later. No, Uli, there's someone's deaf in the chat. It's sign language. Okay, see you guys later.